Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for the end of season review with for season 22 now. So, fortunately, didn't get to the semi-finals. First things first, though, I forgot to show it in the last video, just because I had so much on my mind. But this was the thing that really did help out with these transfers. All of these clauses. I'll show you. Like, we've been doing this for a little bit now. So, like Anthony Harrington, Thompson, we're getting owed Gonzalez. We have a sell-on clause. Um, but yeah, with the players we've sold, we've got sell-on clauses on them. So if they get sold on again, this sort of ensures that, especially if I'm selling younger players, I get money from if they do well at the next club. So look at Ian Grant, 25% of their next transfer will be owed to us. Jonathan Watson, 25%. Keith Purcell, 30%. Mark Bowen, 25%. Farrier, he's got 15% from quite a few years ago. Mitchell Underwood, he's got a 50% one. Niels Fabre, he's got 25%. Owen John, 25%. Burrows, he's got 30%. Guzman, he's got 50%. So if he goes on and plays well, he's on 17.5 million. If they sell him on for 25 million, I'm getting another 13, like 12.5 million there. We did have one on Nuno Mata for 30%, and we sold him for 4 million, and we got like this option here. We could sell the clause. We sold the clause for 3 million, so we basically sold him for 7 million instead, which is very good there. And we also, I think we sold Mark Bowens for about 2 million extra because I didn't think he was going to get sold on for much more. But yeah, so let's go through the fixtures for the second half of the season. So getting straight into it, beat TNS 2-1. Pristine, we beat 2-0. They really had a bad second half of the year. Monaco, they didn't actually put much of a fight up. We beat them 3-0 away. McCaw with 2 and Benali with 1 all in the first half, and we sort of just cruised from there on. Beat ABBA 3-0, beat Real 5-1, Callahan with 4, TNS 4-0 as well, Owen Hill with a hat-trick, Banger with 2, and then we beat Monaco 2-1 at home. They just took the lead, but second half we came back. An own goal, McCaw gave us the 5-1 win on aggregate, which was quite unexpected, really. We then played TNS, then Pristine. Then, quarterfinals, we got Man City. So, the powerhouse is Man City. We lost 5-1 away. Like, it was ridiculous. They slaughtered us. Frank Aguirre got a hat-trick. Look at those stats. Like, look at that. He's worth 60 million. How do we compete with that? Just ridiculous. Hill actually got a goal there, which like consolation, and then Sakai got 2 as well. He's one of their worser players, but he's still fantastic. Like what the hell? Um, so we lost 5-1 away. Couldn't really do much better at home. 3-0 in the World Cup semi-final versus Pristine. Only a 1-0 loss away, which wasn't too bad. We kept them quiet for a long time, but then Aguilera got a goal late on. It was a very even game though, which is I liked a lot better. We got a lot more possession. They just hit us on the counter. But 6-1 loss in aggregate, which was really annoying. But if I show you the Champions League, there we go. The quarter-final stage. Well, first knockout round, Marseille won, we won, Arsenal won versus PSG. Milan won, City won, Leverkusen, Blackburn, Man U. So we could have got Leverkusen, which would be lovely, but instead we got Man City. So they beat us. Milan beat Blackburn, who in the bloody quarterfinals. Man U beat Leverkusen. Arsenal beat Marseille. The semi-final, Man City, Man U, which Man City won, and Arsenal, Milan. So it was a repeat of last year, and Man City won again. So Man City now won it 3 times in a row for the second time. So they've won it 3 times, then Bayern and Arsenal, and then they've won it 3 times again. But look at that. Like, poor Arsenal. They've dominated the league, and they just can't win the Champions League. They've won it once, and then they've come second for 3 years running now. Like, Man City are at the stage where Barca were 10 or so years ago. Like, the domination has been ridiculous between Barca and Man City over this Champions League. A few sort of there from Chelsea, one from Real Madrid, one from Bayern, one from Arsenal, but otherwise it's sitting Barcelona's cup. Um, after that though, a bit subdued, a bit pissed off. Then we went and lost to ABBA, which made it worse for me. 2-1. They got 2 goals early on. Parsa got one back, but I was pissed. Um, yeah, 2-1 versus Bangor though. Callahan with a goal and an own goal. Beat Real in the Premier League Cup final. Um, Pretty good game. Owen Hill with a hat trick. Um, then 2-0 versus Real in the last game of the season. Jarman with 2. And then ABBA 2-0 in the Welsh Cup final. Scholes and own goal. So really, it was nothing there. Draper actually came on there in the Welsh Cup final, try and get a goal. Really unfortunate he didn't, because now look at him. Um, he is retired, and he is a scout with one of the worst sort of abilities, scouting player ability 12 and potential 9. So not the best, but I think I probably will sign him on. After that sort of career, you can't really say no. He didn't actually get any goals for us this last year, which was really unfortunate. But otherwise, he's had a glittering career. That's only league appearances: 343, 195, 193, and 66 man of the matches, which is just insane. If I show you the Welsh Premier League actually in the end, I haven't actually showed you what happens stages wise. Bangor City won the playoff final, but look at that. TNS winning back their second place by 10 points in the end. Real dropped to fourth. I think the European sort of stuff sort of killed them, but hopefully they jump back. ABBA sort of stole it on the last day. Their win over us sort of did it. So yeah, but look at that. Preston, 30 points. Like, if I look at their fixtures, the senior squad and the fixtures, they had pretty good. Like, they was pretty good. They had quite a few losses here, but then they got to there. They didn't win a game in the second half of the year. They drew twice, and then they lost every other game. Like, I thought they could get another 10 points at maximum. They they got 2 more points. Look at that. Airbus on 53, Ryder on 42. They would be there. Like, it's crazy. Have West and Sefton Druids go down in. Sefton Druids go down on a pretty low 10. I don't know if... Is that the smallest amount, actually? It is! It's a record new smallest amount of points. 10 points. 1 win, 7 draws, 24 losses. 96 goals against. 93 goals for. Really poor this year, actually. First time we haven't scored 100 in a while. 18 against, quite poor there as well, but 30 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. TNS. Actually, I want to show you they did get through to the Euro group stage again. They had Tottenham again in their group. Go back to the stage. Back this like that. I think we did have actually. We had two teams in the playoff. We had a Welsh side here, TNS. They beat Vojvodina, who I played before, and beat them 7-2 on aggregate. And then Real played Victoria Pleasant, but they lost 4-2 on aggregate. Then if we go to the group stage, I think it was Group F. Yep, they had Tottenham and Braga. They actually won 2 though, which is pretty good. Get to the fixtures. They beat Zurich home, and what did they do? They beat Zurich away. So they beat Zurich both times, but lost every other game. Came third in the end, but who cares about that? If we look at the Welsh Premier League stats, Stratford, Alex Stratford from Ryder actually won top goal scorer. Look at that. All average ratings though. We dominate that. Tom Jarman was up there with assists. If you look at the awards for the year, Manager of the Year went to me for 30. I think this was probably my 20th one, which is pretty good. Player of the Year went to Ryan Potter, actually, our signing. 17 appearances, 11 goals, 8 assists. Pretty good year from him. And then he also got Young Player of the Year, so that's pretty cool there. Team of the Season, we had quite a lot. We had like all of the defence was ours. Ian Kelly, Markey, Holden, and Clark. Potter on the wing, Hill and Jarman up top. So pretty good there. If we look at the stats for this year, Hill got 22, McCaw got 18, 16 from Benali, 14 from Callahan, 12 from Jarman. Assists-wise, McCaw got 18, 18 goals, 18 assists, not too bad. Jarman got 17, Benali got 11, Hill got 10. But yeah, been a good season overall. But we do mark the loss of just Mr. Fantastic. If we look at the overall best 11, look at that. to 491 appearances, 293 goals, and I think he was probably at around 250 assists, 290 assists, something like that. McCaw will take over him with goals, but he was the first one. He was Mr. Lido, I think. Like, he can be called Mr. Lido. I think the next in line for Mr. Lido is probably Wayne Clark as the centre back. But other than that, I think he's just fantastic. To be fair, this sort of team has stayed like this for a good 5 years now. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, if you look at all the appearances people have racked, he nearly got 500 appearances, which is pretty cool. I don't know who else could do that. I think, depending on how people play, I don't know. Due to the fact that it's just the fact that so many European games come in, I can't play them in the league. Like, I don't know if anyone will reach 500 ever. But yeah, we did have one fixture with Portugal, beat Iran 3-0. Pedro Carvalho with 2 goals. He plays for Sporting. Look at, he's so good. Like, why? Why can't I have any of these players? There's no interest for us. Um, oh yeah. If we look at blah blah blah, well, we retain top spot. We haven't become a 4-star yet. I really want us to become 4-star. Like, that's my bloody goal. 4-star. Like, I'd love. I think because then I think we turn to continental, and then that would open up so many more. We've been stuck like this for 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many years now. I've lost count. Um, but yeah, that's annoying. Uh, then if we look at nation coefficients, European competition rankings, um, we moved up to 13th, I think, last year, and we've stayed there. So we just need to keep moving up. Like, if we can do that, we can get more interest. We've actually moved up to 6th. We're in the top 6 now. And Liverpool dropped out, so we're on 132 coefficient, which is just insane. Then it's just dominated by City, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, PSG, then us, then Liverpool, and then West Ham, of all people. Blackburn are above bloody Barca and Real Madrid. Just crazy. Um, but that was it really. If I just wanted to show you the Premier League as well. Bloody Man City came 4th. Arsenal won again, as per usual. Then Man U, Chelsea, West Ham, and Blackburn dropped to 11th, even though they're in the Champions League. I think that sort of killed them really. But yeah, so I'll be back for next year, halfway through. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.